Okay, so our next adjustments are going to be footrest length, which is something I think most of us know how to do, but we're going to go through it on both the chairs because it's a little bit different depending on the model. And then we're going to do adjustments for angle adjustable foot plates as well. Okay. So on the move, on the side of the move, you're going to have your Allen key here that does our height adjustment, and it's 1-inch increments for that adjustment there. Okay, so it's a 5 mil Allen key that we want on there, and we're going to put that. My 5 mil on. 5 mil Allen key counterclockwise in order to back it off. The nice part about that adjustment is that you just need the Allen key in order to do it. So there's no nut on the other side. It's a threaded, like they've actually threaded the metal on the inside there. So you don't have to worry about any nuts or any clamps or anything. We just loosen that off completely. Once you get it loose enough, you should be able to do it by hand. Tight again, so we'll do this here. And then 1-inch increments, we can choose our height from there. So just slide it up and down, and you're just aligning it with the threading on the inside of the tube there. So once we found our right height, rotate it so that we can find that threading. Do a quick hand tight on there. Once we've gotten it hand tight to the point where it's too hard to do it by hand, then we can use the Allen key again, 5 millimeters clockwise, lefty loosey, righty tight. Tighten it back up. Okay. Again, make sure it's nice and tight so you don't get any of that wobble effect in there. Right? Now, angle adjustable foot plates. A little bit different. It's a 4 millimeter Allen key. Pretty straightforward. You've got 2 bolts on there, so 1 on each side. You loosen that off, and really all we're doing is just loosening it a little bit. So you just have to loosen it enough where you can actually get some movement because it rotates on cylindrical, that's not a word, but it rotates on a piece on the back there. So once I've loosened it enough, you can actually accommodate for your plantar and your dorsiflexion fairly easily by loosening that off. So we don't have to take the bolts completely out. The only time that we would take those bolts completely out of there if we wanted to change the depth of your angle adjustable foot plate. So now it's no longer about angle. With depth, it's about knee angle and where we want to accommodate for that. And then once we've figured out where we want it angle-wise, we match it to the client's ankle, tighten it back up. And just like every adjustment where we have 2 Allen keys, 2 Allen bolts, we want to make sure that we tighten one side and then do the other. And then we go back to the other side and then go back to the other side until both are completely tight so that you know that it's not going to loosen off over time. Okay. Now on the A6, the angle adjustable foot plates are the same, but your height adjustability for your foot rest length is a little bit different. So on the move, you have your preset holes 1-inch increments. On the A6, you have finite adjustment that you can adjust in any amount of increments that you want. So you just 4 mil Allen key in there, loosen that off. And then you'll see that you can get your height adjustability from there. So you can choose, you're not set to specific increments, you get more dialed in fit with it. As a little bit of a guide, on the back side of an A6 footrest, it's going to be lettered. So you get A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then the same thing on the other side so that you can match your heights to be the exact same on each side. Okay. Also on the A6, it is an off shape, so it's a little bit more of an ovular shaped tube. so that you don't get rotation of the actual foot plate. It'll stay completely in line. So those people that have, maybe you didn't tighten it enough, and those clients that have maybe a little bit more tone, they have a tendency to rotate those foot plates. You're not going to get that on an A6 because it has that almost ovular shaped suspension tube there. So we're going to break up into our groups again. I know you've done this before. But we're going to do those adjustments, and then we'll break for lunch.